Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. It is Monday, September 25th, 2023. It's your Daily Crypto News. My name is Matt, and you can reach me at matt@dailycryptonews.net. And if you would, please do me a big favor. Go to Apple Podcasts. Like, subscribe, share it. Share this. Please share this. And leave 5 stars and a comment for us so we can read some positive feedback on the show. Let's get into the news. The Writers Guild of America has reached a tentative agreement with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers after day 146 of the strike. One of the key issues of these negotiations was regulating the use of artificial intelligence in film and TV writing. The WGA saw strict limits on AI written scripts, while studios wanted more leeway to experiment with the emerging technology. We can say with great pride, the WGA said, that this deal is exceptional, with meaningful gains and protections for writers in every sector of the membership. But they also want to make sure that everybody was clear that even though there is still work to be done and they're still hammering out the details, they are not on the picket line, but they're still on strike. Speaking of AI, Brian Armstrong believes that the United States should not regulate or restrict the development of AI at all. Zero regulations. He said that any attempt to mitigate the negative consequences will only slow the progress. He continued to say that we've enjoyed the golden age of innovation on software and the internet due to it not being regulated. AI should do the same. The track record on regulation is that it has unintended consequences and kills competition and innovation despite best intentions. I have a comment on that in a minute. Because of AI, people are racing to find every opportunity for AI applications, including text and image generation, coding, cancer detection, and self-driving cars. As we heard on this show, there was an Ethereum developer that created a tool that leverages ChatGPT to automatically make and deploy new crypto tokens, new ERC20s on Ethereum. People are using AI to promote realistic-sounding crypto scams using social media. And Amazon's book marketplace is flooded with low-quality books that are written with ChatGPT in the likeness of certain authors. But there's good that we see every day. I use ChatGPT pretty much every day for something, but I kind of agree with Armstrong here. First of all, I want to see where the technology goes, and it might be too late once we decide to regulate it, especially since it's in air quotes AI and we have this dystopian outlook on AI. But when we talk about government intervention when it comes to markets, we do see that there are unintended consequences. Let's take Tesla and the big three right now. Tesla's making electric cars. It costs less to produce electric cars. They're charging pretty much the same for electric cars as gas cars. And then the government comes in with a $7,500 tax rebate. At the same time, the big three, the UAW, are striking for better wages. Now, this puts Tesla at a pretty good advantage. Not only do they have 60% less staff than, say, a big three automaker, because it takes about 60% less staff or less workers on the factory line to make an EV versus an ICE engine. The margins are getting better and better for making an EV, and now you get a tax credit if you buy one. At the same time, the UAW workers are trying to negotiate with the big three to create a wage that works for them. So you see what I'm saying here? It's like the government gives tax incentives to the EVs, makes them even cheaper. Meanwhile, the workers are trying to negotiate better wages, and now they're at a disadvantage in a car company. So this is what happens when government starts to intervene in ways that they probably shouldn't when it comes to markets. Tesla and EVs never needed an incentive to go buy them. They were selling like hotcakes before the $7,500. And Tesla was running with big margins. Nobody knew it until they started dropping prices, used the $7,500 tax credit, now even selling more cars than even thought. Unintended consequences. This next story is absolutely hilarious. In Venezuela, authorities discovered that inmates in one of the country's maximum security prisons, just remember it's maximum security, that they were mining Bitcoin using thousands, not hundreds, not tens, not one, thousands of ASICs. The police sounded more like a full-scale invasion than anything else because they used 11,000 soldiers to invade this maximum security prison. It almost seems like it was a fortress to keep people out more than to keep people in. Not only found there was thousands of ASIC miners, they also found that there was rocket launchers and grenades and sniper rifles and a hell of a lot of ammo. So again, it seems like this was more of a fortress to keep people out than to keep people in. The NFT marketplace OpenSea has warned that certain users should rotate their APIs after a third-party security breach left them vulnerable to attackers. They said that one of our vendors experienced a security incident that may have exposed information about their OpenSea API key. So if you are using OpenSea and you are using an API, maybe you want to rotate them. It seems like Coinbase is trying to rival Satoshi Nakamoto with its Bitcoin hodlings. It looks as though they're hodling around $25 billion of Bitcoin reserves, while Satoshi Nakamoto is rumored to have mined around 1 million Bitcoin, and it would equal around 26 billion. Arkham Intelligence said that Coinbase's estimated $25 billion in Bitcoin was held in, which is completely weird, 36 million wallets, all of them belonging to Coinbase, used for depositing and hodling tokens. The largest cold wallet holds around 10,000 Bitcoin. Coinbase is the largest Bitcoin entity in the world, and they have around 5% of all Bitcoin in existence, which could be actually more because Arkham estimates that the wallets that are connected to Coinbase may be an incomplete figure based on the exchange's stated financials. In an SEC filing, Coinbase said that it has around $60.7 billion of customer assets and liabilities in Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is having a bad quarter. Bitcoin and the S&P 500 appear to be on track to end the third quarter at a loss. We'll get into Bitcoin prices in a minute, but let's just say it's trading at around $26,100. That's going to represent a 14% decline in the third quarter. At Friday's close, the S&P 500 is down 3% in the third quarter. Wow, 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 wow. Ups and downs in the market. We should be used to this by now. And finally, we have another hack, and I left this to the end even though it's on the front page of all of these media companies from Decrypt to CoinDesk. I'm just sick of reporting about hacks, and it's always the same shit. What it is a layer 2 sort of bridge. Here, I'm going to tell you what happened. In the early mornings of September 23rd, the database of Mixin Network, and it has a cloud service provider, it was attacked by hackers. About $200 million gone. Mixin Network is a service similar to a layer 2 protocol designed to make cross-chain transfers cheaper and more efficient. Haven't heard that before. And how do they do that? Well, it's not decentralized. They actually have databases apparently hosted on cloud servers. Now, why is this a problem? Because there's one point of failure. And so somebody found that failure and extracted $200 million. You know how I feel about cross-chain transfers and bridges, so I'm not going to go into it. Just stay safe, y'all. Let's get into those crypto prices.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
And the time is 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fear Greed is at 38 fearful. Bitcoin sitting at $26,062, down 2% in 24, or 4.2 in 7. Ethereum is at $1,567, down 1.6% in 24, or 5.2 in 7. Tether's number 3, Binance is at 208, down 1.2, or 5.2 in 7. And XRP is at 49.5 cents, down 3% in 24, or 1% in 7. Rounding off the top 10, we have USDC, Dogecoin, Cardano, Solana, and Toncoin is the biggest loser for the week. It is down 2.2% in 24, but 10.5 in 7. We didn't even expect this thing to be in the top 10, so this does not surprise me one bit. The total market cap is sitting at 1.04 trillion. We have a Bitcoin dominance of 48.9 and an ETH dominance of 18.2. And that was our show today. I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, happy hodling, everyone.